All right, welcome everybody. We are live, and let's see, we got the chat here. Let's see. Smashing Tuscan says, "Wow, you were so cool and talented. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I am. I'm kidding, guys. We're not live. It's 4th of July, so we're all with our families. Um, decided to do an episode for you guys still. So we do have an interview and kind of a pre-recorded episode that we're going to have for you. So got Millennium Workshop on. He's going to be doing some cool props and everything. And then once that's over, we got kind of a cool Star Wars radio station, kind of immersive thing. I did some like recordings with some droid voices and then interlooped in some of my music. So if you're bored and you want to listen to something, I could take up a nice couple hours of your time. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoy the show, and happy 4th of July to everybody, and may the force be with you. Enjoy. Welcome everybody. So we have a live, well, pre-recorded live podcast. It's 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, everybody. We're out with our families, so we decided we'll do this for you this way. So joining us today is Millennium Workshop, and thanks for coming on, buddy.
Well, thanks for having me on today.
So we brought you on to kind of talk about the awesome stuff you've been making. Like I've been seeing a lot of things on your Instagram, and I just kind of want to take a look and kind of highlight some of the cooler things, and maybe you could show off some of your stuff, maybe talk about your process, and yeah, fun little conversation.
Hey, sounds good to me. I love talking and kind of doing like a little bit of education when it comes to like making stuff. Like that's kind of what my entire channel is all about, is documenting and educating. So I document for my daughter and maybe for a future grandchild one day, and then I like to teach along the way.
So how long you been up to it? Like, how long you been doing the whole prop creation thing?
Well, it all pretty much started when my daughter was 3 years old. So she's gonna return 7. She came up to me right before Halloween, about a month, probably about a month before Halloween, and she goes, "Daddy, I want you to be Mando for Halloween, and I want to be Grogu." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll buy a suit. Let's do this. Like, I'm totally down. I'll just buy something." No, she goes, "No, I want you to be actually Mando." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know how that's gonna happen, but so I told my wife, I was like, I've been thinking about buying a 3D printer, and like, here's a good opportunity. I'll either crash or burn, or I'll be successful. So I bought the printer, and I ordered a Boba Fett blaster from somebody, just like a raw print, just to kind of practice before the printer got here. And it turned out to be really like decent. Like I was pretty proud of it. And I just went to town on figuring out the 3D printer, and I made an entire Mando suit, learned how to sew, and I walked into my daughter's room because she had really no idea. She wasn't like paying attention to what I was making because she's 3 years old. And I walk into the room, and I am fully dressed, and she just like looked at me and she goes, "Mando." And I was like, "Well, I don't know about you, but I just fucking accomplished something. I just brought something real, from on screen to, real life, for my daughter." So, and then it kind of just took off from there. I started posting things that I was making, and then I would post something and someone would immediately be like, "Hey, are you selling that? And I was like, no. Are you sure? Here's $150. Okay, it's yours. Like, I'll just make another one. You know, like they would just throw out some ridiculous numbers at first because, like, I didn't know what any of it was worth or what the market was on it. And so it kind of just went from there. And I've just been doing it ever since. Well, and then I started YouTube and I've had a blast with it.
Yeah, like kids are a great gateway into doing this stuff. That's for sure. Like my kid, I got her a lightsaber for Christmas, and I started kind of doing stuff to mine, and she got jealous. So then I started doing stuff to hers, and now she's got the whole custom lightsaber.
Oh, awesome.
So
Yeah. Yeah,
so
my
yeah, I
daughter
mean,
actually has a full Mandalorian suit herself.
that's
It's
sick.
black with like a glitter inlay on it, and then it's highlighted with like pink stripes and all kinds of stuff.
Now, as somebody that also has a kid that likes to cosplay, what's like, what's the temperament of the child in said costume? Like, I know if my kid was in a full Mando costume, maybe it's bugging her a little bit, or is it a little bit easier to handle material?
Well, I mean, like for her, like really, it was like pretty easy for her. So like black leggings, perfect. I made some shin guards that like velcroed around her leg, and then I made a flight suit that velcros onto her, and then the armor, just velcros to the flight
Nice.
suit, which at those sizes, the plates are like really really light, and with or without the helmet, I mean, she still looked awesome. So she would wear the helmet for a while, then she would not wear it, just walk around with, no helmet on. But it looked pretty cool. So
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, because I know once my kid starts discovering that little kids can cosplay as Mandos, that's probably something on my horizons. Luckily, I only had to make her a little Leia costume, and that was just some sewing. That wasn't too
Oh
bad.
no, just wait until she wants to be Ahsoka, bro.
She already did, and I talked her out of it because I'm like, okay, Elise, let me explain to you all the makeup you'll be wearing for hours. And then she decided little Leia's a better choice.
that's why you can you could always do the like airbrush on the makeup,
Hmm.
and so it's not like painted on, and it's like a little bit more fun for them. It's kind of like when you go to like the carnival or the fair, and they
Hmm.
would do it on the side of the face. I mean, it's like that would be you could probably do that. You just gotta learn how to
Oh,
airbrush a little bit.
I had a whole Amazon like list set of just the Ahsoka costume. Like they actually make like rubble and tattoos that are just the white like face decal. So you basically all you do is just paint her face orange, and then you put
No,
the decal over it, and then done.
boom, little tattoo.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But so anybody getting into this stuff, like what is like the learning curve? Like how long did it take you to finally kind of hit that stride there as far as like pumping out the good stuff?
Well, so for me, like I just need to see something one time. And I've always been that kind of person. If I see it once, I'm done. Like I don't need to go back and look at it or rewatch a video five, six times. Um, but it was a
Must
lot
be
of like
nice.
trial by fire. Like, um, I reached out to a lot of like people that are in the 3D print community, and no one messaged me back. So it truly was me figuring it out by myself. And I mean, for new people, like printers now compared to when I first started are like very different. Like you can buy a Bamboo Lab printer and be successful right off the rip and not have to learn anything about the printer. But also I feel like you also lose the fact of like how to troubleshoot, because like with like an older printer, like I had to put the whole thing together. If it wasn't level and I lost money, like it, so um I don't I mean, I recommend just buy the nice printer and just kind of go with it and learn as you go. But also, like, sometimes it's buy that cheaper printer and learn everything that could go wrong with it, and then jump into the nicer printer. Just because when a nicer printer does like break down or you get something that happens to it, you're not like, oh my god, this $600 printer's fucked. Like, that's not like. Sorry about
Oh
cussing,
no,
but
dude. We cuss all
okay.
the time in here. You're fucking fine.
So like, like, because there are times where even like me, like, with one of my bamboo printers, yeah, they're $500, $600, $700, but like there's times where like, oh my gosh, did I just screw this up? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. Like, I still have that feeling of like every once in a while it's like, oh my god, I think I just messed something up. But no, like, there is an Allen wrench somewhere in one of my printers. I have no idea where. All I know is I was tightening something up and it slipped out of my hand and I never saw it again. But it never left the printer. Like, it's in there somewhere. So
It's irreplaceable part now with the printer.
yeah.
So what would you say was like the first thing that you'd say you kind of nailed? Like when it popped out, you're like, I got it. Like that was it.
So I mean, it was the Mando armor right off the rip. I mean, like I had a lot of work to do on it because the layer lines weren't the perfect, because it was a cheaper printer at the time, but like I mean I nailed it I nailed it. Like that suit, I mean, it's on my Instagram, like me and my daughter walking as she's Grogu, and it's just like, I felt like I nailed it. That was the piece that really like gave me the confidence to like, oh, I can do more. I can push this to, some other limits that I didn't think were even possible. Because I've always been able to paint, I've always been able to draw, and I mean, like, every tattoo on my arm was hand drawn by me. It's like,
Nice.
it just gave me a lot of confidence when I was like, yep, I can do this. I can do this. And I know anybody could. It just takes practice and time and the willingness to like actually jump in and do it.
Yeah, motivation's probably about 75% of anything, it seems like.
Well, and a lot of the projects that I do, like how-tos, it's like, I do a lot of it with spray paint. Like, I might not do every single thing with spray paint, but I try to make it like, even if you don't know how to airbrush, even if you don't know how to do this, you can do it just by hand painting or, spray painting and go from there. Like, if you're not confident in, getting something perfectly smooth, why not add a texture to it? Everything in Star Wars has a texture to it. So it's not going to hurt if, you throw on some texture or, get it all fully painted. Like, oh man, there's a bad spot right here. Well, now it's going to have battle damage because I'm going to make it look like it has battle damage now. So there's always ways to save it or make it look better, but you just kind of just go with the flow until it's done.
I can't remember who said it, but I think they said it was something like weathering is screwing something up and trying to fix it, and then just liking the end result.
Yeah. Well, and like for me, like, I go a little bit like past that. Like, my thing is I like to try to tell a story inside my head of like, okay, how did Boba Fett get these scratches? Or how did, Greedo, like, why is the colors the way they are? Like, maybe, their birthmarks, or, just try to just, tell that story in my head, because I feel like you start like popping up like, oh, okay, yeah, this is why, he got shot in the head with a blaster and boom.
Mhm.
That's why there's this big old black streak across it, or this bright silver. And kind of like the female Greedo behind me, I'll show here in a little bit. But like, I wrote an entire like backstory for this helmet. And it's just like because it was what was going through my head the entire time I was painting it. So I was like, well, I got to put this on paper because I'm actually enjoying this story myself.
That's the thing too. Like that's why I think it's almost meditative to do like the weathering and stuff. Because yeah, you got like the storytelling element. You get like super immersed into it. Like it's a blast to do. Like I do like the leather wrapping on the lightsaber. Like just do that for hours and stuff.
Nope. And then like going back over that leather with some 600 grit sandpaper and be like, oh yeah, this was the rough spot. That's where he dropped it
Yep.
like 6 times. And
Or just getting the baseball oil and just getting that rubbed on there, so it has all the nice like so that they've been holding it for a long time and everything.
yeah, or like like sometimes I like to think of like, okay, if I pick this up, or like I'll like pay attention to like my wallet, like how do I pick it up every single time? Like sometimes I'll just stop and like as I pick something up, it's like, oh, I can see where my thumbprint, where that leather has rubbed more than other spots. Well, now I try to put that into this piece or that piece because you're observant. Like you look at your shoes, like where's it the most dirty on your shoes? Like the top of the toe, from when you're walking, it throws up water, and the top of your toe is more dirty than the back of your heel. So it's pointless for me to put a bunch of weathering on the back of the heel when I know my shoes are the dirtiest when I wear white shoes, the top of the toe. I know that. But the heel is beautiful every time.
Pristine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I honestly, it's one of the more fun things to do. I feel like is to just put some relaxing music on, maybe work on something like that. Because like the weather of like metal, the weathering of plastic, it all has a different like recipe to it. Like it's just fun to do the research with it and everything. Like, but what would you say probably is like the longest process it probably took on any of your pieces, like start to finish?
Probably would have been the giant Rancor head I did. That took about a month to print it all, and it took about another like month and a half to like finish it. I mean, it was a lot of I get up at like like today I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning working on stuff. Like this entire Guyver helmet behind me was just black this morning and just raw print. So that's how much I've gotten done just today. And I'm also working on a Helldiver's helmet, and it's almost done.
Oh, that's
like
sick.
I've got a couple projects just done today almost. So
Meanwhile, I've got some 3D printed clone trooper helmets up there from like 3 years ago that I've just done nothing with.
Someday,
I
man,
look at them,
someday.
I'm like, I'm gonna do something with these, and then I go to do it. I'm like, this is a lot, bro. I'm gonna fuck this up real bad.
I believe in you, nerd.
I actually just did a scout trooper helmet for somebody, and it was a St. Louis Cardinals baseball themed. And
yeah.
they're like, hey, I need it like ASAP. And I was like, hey, do you care if I texture it? And they're like, well, what do you mean? I go, where it's like, it looks more old, or it has like a rough finish to it. And they're like, sure, like whatever it takes. I need it by Father's Day. And I'll tell you right now, it actually looks freaking sweet, all textured up. Like, I mean, it looked really cool. I mean,
That's it.
like the entire helmet had, this like nice little texture right here.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit.
So, and then, I mean, you can go over it with, any color after you texture it. Like that red really popped. But like when I took like an acrylic wash or an oil wash over it, it like dug into the pores of the texturing. So it even made it pop even more. So why don't you
You gotta
try
love
something
those
like that?
accidentals.
Yeah.
Well, see, I would do something with them, but when I was gluing all the pieces together, I managed to glue my hand to one of them. So, yeah, I'm not the best with the arts and crafts. Thank God I was wearing gloves. Actually, it's can I get this one without everything falling off? Oh, you can barely see it now, but actually you might be able to see it on camera, but my hand in purple gloves got completely stuck to the face of this trooper helmet.
It'll sand right off, so you're good.
And you're just telling a story, nerd. Accidentally, that helmet got really hot, and a glove touched it and just burned the front of the thumb off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the
I've
funniest shit.
So
I got it all
fully
done, and I'm like, all right, take this hand off. I'm like, oh, that's not good. The helmet's just standing there. I'm like, oh, that's really not good.
Like I pad and line the inside of every helmet, so like they're soft, and like I burn my hands with all the hot glue. I mean, like literally, I'll have giant blisters all over my hands, and I've glued, an entire helmet to a pair of pants of mine. Like it's all fixable. It's all fixable. I've literally taken a helmet. I got so mad one time that I messed it up. I threw it on the ground and split the entire helmet, caved it all in, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna see if I can get this all the way back to brand new again. Pushed the plastic all out, welded it all back together, and you couldn't even tell it was ever smashed, ever.
Kylo Ren style.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, when I got done with it, it was this smooth.
Oh, perfect then. Yeah, pristine. So how about you show like maybe a few of your finished projects that you're a big fan of that you've done?
Here's my favorite one right now.
Yeah, that one is awesome. Lady Greedo.
Dude, that is
well, her name is Greeda.
Greeda.
And she was the lover of Greedo.
They had a thing.
And when she died, she goes on a Harley Quinn rampage, and she finally gets captured on purpose, so that she can get close to Han Solo. Yeah, and as she's walking up to Han Solo, she's talking to herself, but yet also talking to Greedo, the memory of Greedo. So I'll send you guys did I send you guys the entire story? If not, I'll send it to you.
I didn't see the story, but yeah, I'll definitely read that. That sounds awesome. It's definitely better than a lot of things I've seen on Star Wars recently. So I'd be down.
It's a pretty good story. Some of the people that I've let read it, they really like it. So I need to comic book it or something.
And did you do the eyes with that one? With the same thing that you did the Greedo eyes with?
Yeah. So
awesome.
Yeah, I made a mesh dome and then cover it in pantyhose or a nice fabric that's see-through, and then spray it with a glitter and then glue it into a Christmas ornament.
It looks so freaking cool. Yeah, it turned out so well too, because I remember you messaged me thinking what should I do, and I'm thinking, yeah, how do you remake those eyes? Because they had the really kind of basic ones in the movie, but then when you saw later they kind of added sparkle more to them and other continuities. So yeah, that kind of hit both, and that's probably one of the best live action Greedo eyes I've ever seen.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you can see through it beautifully. The first Greedo helmet, they would fog up real bad because it's a Christmas ornament underneath. So on that one, I cleaned the entire inside of the Christmas ornament with a Rain-X anti-fog. It does not fog at all. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw you at ICC Con, and I'm like, can you? Good old guy.
Right now I'm working on yep. Now I did not sand this at all.
Really?
This is all 100%. It's a textured finish, and then went over it with this metallic blue, and then I'm going to go down and lay down all the blacks. It'll look here's his like mohawk. So
Oh, sick.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. No like lines or anything.
oh yeah, I mean you can
That's awesome.
texturing can be your friend big time. I mean,
Yeah.
you can also use a textured paint and then lightly sand it and get it more smooth. And, it's less of a headache if especially if you're in a hurry but definitely, I don't know. I'm a big fan of like texturing things.
Same. Like when I got my lightsaber, it was all shiny and everything. And shiny lightsabers are not feel like it was like a real lightsaber. So like you just got to mud it up a little bit.
Oh yeah. It's like, do you honestly think like Mace Windu or Yoda would have a clean lightsaber? It's like, no.
Mace
not at
Windu
all.
probably. He was a prestigious bitch. So
Yeah, but there's still gonna be some like
he was after every
and...
swing, he was definitely polishing it with his robe.
He's just sitting there glaring at Anakin. And just give me an excuse, Master Skywalker.
Right.
So, what other than the Kyber helmet, what kind of projects are you thinking about, like down the line? Anything like like any other than Star Wars or anything like that?
Yeah. So I'm doing a Daredevil helmet.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be making a couple like life-size Pokemon.
Nice.
My daughter's really big into Labubu, so I'm thinking about making
kid
some
loves that
like
too.
like 2-foot ones, but like actually like do real fur and cover it so it makes it look more real.
I won't be able to let her to see your channel, or she'll be asking me for those.
But like my next big project is in the works right now. I'm doing a Grogu frozen in carbonite.
That is going to be freaking sick.
Oh, just
Hell
wait.
yeah.
So I've been like going to like garage sales and like finding people on Facebook Marketplace, like getting rid of old computers and like projectors and all kinds like old radios, CB radios, radios that have like the big tubes in it, and I'm stripping all the electronics out of it, and I'm going to use like all the electronics on as the side panels of
Yeah.
it, and then I'm going to try to figure out how to get it all lit up. And some of those old tubes, they don't work anymore, so I'm going to drill a hole through the bottom of it and take some those like fiber lights, they're like kind of like on a long string and just the
this
tip.
fiber optics.
Yeah, and then push that up in there just to make it look like they're actually working. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna at least take an attempt on it. So
I have high hopes. That sounds freaking awesome.
Because some of those tubes are, they're beautiful. Like, the internal metal workings on the inside of them, and like they are sweet. So if I can just get, one or two of them to like have some light inside of it, but be more eco-friendly,
They do make a lot of I don't know if this could be like an alternative, but they make vintage bulbs these days that are kind of like the Tesla bulbs or whatever, and they kind of look like old school tubes.
No, I'll grab one of the tubes that one of these is this one in particular is absolutely amazing. Don't you just love wireless microphones?
They're great. Oh, I continued on the podcast the other day, 2 floors up. It was great. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so if I can just get a
looking
light, drilled in through the base and put that up in there, I think that would look really Star Wars-ish. Or, some of these, it's like, I'm thinking about just breaking, taking the glass off and just like, having that just stick out, all the metal just sticking out off the side or something. I got it honestly, all like ready to go. I just got to figure out the electronic aspect and how I want to set it all up.
Like the blown out bulb, honestly looks pretty sick. Like, and I think of like lights coming through that, like that'll look like a dusty old light pretty much. Like,
Yeah, especially if I can get some get some color into it, like maybe some yellows and greens, and
oh, that's gonna be fire, dude. That's gonna be so cool.
I'm hoping it's either gonna be awesome or it's gonna be a complete fail, one of the two.
Yeah, like I've seen a few people do like carbonite builds, and man, they look like an undertaking. So like, props to you. Like, no, for better word.
Yeah, so I 3D modeled the entire box that Grogu is going to be on, and then just so I could wrap my head around how I wanted it to look. And then what I did was I created like SVG like layout on it, and then my next door neighbor, he has a CNC machine, so he cut it all out of wood for me. So,
That's awesome.
but at least I could kind of figure out how I wanted it to look before I like jumped into like cutting wood and finalizing something.
Yeah, it's that. I cannot wait to see that one. You just keep topping yourself somehow.
Well, that's the only way to get views, man. Like,
Yeah.
I posted a video today and it's gotten like very little views today. So,
Well, there was one I think it was maybe last week, the Death Star panel. That thing looks so cool. Like, that is something down the line. I want a Death Star room. So absolutely, we'll be looking you up for one of those.
and I can model all of that for you. So,
yeah, I'm a big fan of the immersion, so I totally get it.
and after that video, like I also released like that model free for whoever watches the video can have that model if they want to.
Everybody watching, check out his Instagram. Is that where you got it at?
So it's on YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
But yeah, you can access it through Instagram through my Beacon AI link. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, check out both. So if you guys have a 3D printer, or if you want, to put something in your room that's because you don't really, do you have to 3D print much for that panel or
so the free model, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, and I mean it's all. I mean it's pretty basic and easy.
So it's a good starter set for somebody, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I mean, you could put it on anything. You could put it on the wall. You could put it on a box. You could put it on anything really, just to make it look more Star Wars.
Hell yeah!
So anybody out there that has a 3D printer and haven't figured out what you want to make yet, there you go, completely free.
Free file.
But yeah, and then is there like anything else that you want to promote or anything you got coming up or anything like that?
No, I mean a lot of like YouTube is like for me it's like I just kind of make videos as I go, and when I get a cool idea, let's do it type thing.
Just rolling with it.
I really don't plan anything ever. Like my ADHD does not allow it. Like so I mean it's just one of those like I don't look at this as like YouTube is not like, yes, I'm really close to getting monetized. I need like 400 watch hours left and I'm fully
watch his
monetized.
Videos, guys.
Yeah, so that would be amazing. I'd appreciate that. I think that would be cool. But like it's one of those like if I never get monetized, no big deal. It's like my end game is not to get rich off YouTube. It's really not, because like I have a fantastic job and career. So it's like I mean, I'm a jeweler. I design jewelry through K Jewelers in Beaver Creek, Ohio. So like I have a blast with that. So this is just all fun. It's just documenting the art of making things, and if it does make me money, sweet. If it doesn't, I'm still having fun. So
And at the end of the day, that's really what you got to do, man. Just have fun with it.
100%.
And then Nerd, got anything you want to promote, buddy?
Well, I'm working on a Chimere cosplay. Can you guys recommend anybody to 3D print me some arm gauntlets that he uses?
I was literally okay. If you go back and look at my channel, I was the first person to make that helmet.
Dude, your version of the helmet is way better than the freaking black
It's so
suit
awesome.
But unfortunately, I'm not a
well-
fan of the helmet, so I'm not getting the helmet. I just need the arm gauntlets.
So what's funny about that? What's funny about that is when they first released the image of what the helmet's going to look like, it looks totally different than what it looks like now. Like what actually came out, like the coloring's different,
Yeah.
and it is so much closer to how I did mine, all of mine. Instead, but like Nick, so I got to interview Nick Tyrell, the original creator of the Stranger helmet and all of that, and Nick is just an awesome guy. And Nick even like told me, he's like, dude, you are so freaking close, like it's not even funny. He goes, add some oranges in some spots, some candy oranges. And I was like, I love the fact that I was that close without like really having any references at all. But it was like one of those like I didn't like it with the oranges. I really didn't, so I never put it on. I never even tried it. Like, but he did tell me a cool like chrome technique for like the teeth, so I did that on a bunch of them. But I made 21 of them in 2 months.
Oh,
Jesus.
sick. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I just
like-
need the arm gauntlets.
And it looks so cool.
I can make you one of those.
Because like the cool thing about any of these things is it's not earth metal, so you can do whatever you want. Like we never really seen cortosis, I don't think, anywhere else in live action. So yeah, you could just do whatever you want with it because it's a fictional space metal.
Yeah.
So.
And what's funny is, so I'm really colorblind, and no one ever.
That even
believes
just
it, but I
adds
am.
up to what you're doing.
So, so I'm good at like, this is what I see, and like going and finding paints that kind of match it. And one of my buddies, his name's Grilled Cheese. He's a fantastic painter. Like seriously, go check out Grilled Cheese on Instagram. Grilled Cheese Collectibles. He's awesome. But when I was making that, I was like, hey, I sent him a picture of what I was going for, and I was like, hey, I think I know what colors I need to be. Just verify me. And then he threw out, use a like a walnut brown, because when you like weather it, it like it looks kind of black, and sometimes it kind of looks like gunmetal. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna run with that. And so I threw this one color on it, and I was like, I like it, but I don't. And then I was like, what happens if I throw some graphite powder on top of that? And that's when everything really started popping. Then I was like, all right, now I'm going to throw some copper on it, just because I feel like I see some copper, but I'm not 100% sure. So I reached out to Grilled Cheese. I go, do you see copper? He's like, yeah, I think so, maybe. And I was like, fuck it, we're doing copper. Like, so I put some copper on it too.
Graphite powder is like a cheat code for weathering. It looks so good on stuff when you throw it on things. It sticks so well too. Like you think like, oh, it's just powder, but like I have it all over my like Sith belt. Like it is in there. Like it will never come off.
Yep.
But yeah, like I appreciate you coming on, man. Like and talking with us and
no
everything, and showing off your awesome stuff. And everybody, definitely watch this guy's stuff. Get him up to his view hours and everything. And honestly, watch it because the stuff's just dope. Like it's cool to watch him make this stuff. And then Instagram too. Like that'll give you a nice preview of what you need to go over on his channel and go watch.
But yeah, watch the interviews, like Nick Tyrell, such a great interview. Roger Christian, that was a great interview. Brian Muir
did it before me, guys. So
Yeah, we always are big supporters of anybody that is plugging Roger stuff. So
well, I got really kind of cocky, so it was one of those like Nick Tyrell messaged me after like it went public that he made the original helmet, and he was just like, "Hey, great job," and I was like, "Okay, who's this guy?" Like I wasn't sure who he was, and then like I look it up, and I'm like, "Oh crap, he made the first helmet," and I was just like, "Hey, you want to talk about like making stuff like on YouTube?" So after he said yes, I'm like, "Oh, I'm invincible now." So I was like, "I'll email Roger Christian," and it was like, "Oh my god, he just said yes too." And then I was like, "Brian Muir, he said yes right off the bat too," and I was like, "All right, I better quit while I'm ahead for a while."
you're just like George Lucas.
That would be cool. That would be cool. See, I would love to like talk to like, like maybe someone that wasn't making the props, like like it would be cool to like interview like a Mark Hamill, but not like talk about his roles, like more so talk about his experience with the props and like what props were some of his favorites, and like the first time held like a lightsaber, what was it like, because it wasn't like what we know of a lightsaber, because
Yeah.
we got to see it through storytelling and movie, and so we know it lights up, but like he was just handed a thing like, hey, you're just going to swish this around and we're going to add some lights later, type stuff. Or like, other movies, and like I think that would be kind of cool to like get that first like reaction of like, hey, when this was handed to you, what went through your head first? Because like, it's one of those like I could hand you anything and tell you what it is, but you're gonna be like, as an actor, like, all right, whatever, because you don't even know what's even happening in a movie until like you actually watch it, like because they say like, I don't even know, like we would film the last scene first, the first scene in the middle, and like they're just as confused sometimes as what's going on. So like I wonder what is going through their head when they get that first prop, like like Chris Hemsworth, the first time he held his hammer as Thor, like what was that like? Like was it like, oh man, now I really am Thor? Like they told me I was playing Thor, but like like how did it make him feel when they handed that to him? Like I would love to like hear those type of stories, because I feel like you don't hear a lot of that. You hear like their overall experience, or like with the fans, and like what they did on scene, but like how did that like how did that resonate for them? Did they know at that point in time was that prop going to be iconic? Or like Michael J. Fox and the hoverboard, like did he know that was going to be like super iconic, and like we were going to be chasing that throughout time to see if we could ever actually have one of those? Or was he just like, oh, this is kind of a cool idea, well, it probably won't work in the movie, but we'll see. Because like
yeah, like when I interviewed Roger, he was telling me about like he made like the blaster for Han, and it wasn't like clicking right like it was supposed to, and he just like went to Harrison Ford. He's like, it's not working right, and then Harrison Ford just told him like, don't worry, Roger, I'll make it work. And then there's clips you see of like Harrison Ford just going bang, 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 bang.
What was going through Harrison Ford's head though, when he's like, this ain't working, but like show must go on, or like, or did he look at it and go, actually, this is pretty cool, too bad this ain't ain't a real blaster? I mean, it came off it was a real like German Mauser at one time, but like, hey, this would be kind of cool if this actually worked, like we actually walked around looking like this. Like stuff like that would be kind of fun to know.
Yeah, I honestly I love all those like nerdy deep dive stories that they have, like of like, hey, this is how this was created, and hey, did you know this messed up? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, man, I do appreciate you coming on, speaking with us, and happy 4th of July to you. Happy 4th of July to everyone. Enjoy the
Happy
fireworks.
4th. Be safe. Don't blow your fingers off. Those are important.
They do. You need them to weather.
Yeah. Or I
blew
can
the
make
rest
you
of
a
them
new
off.
hand. Or I can make you a new hand. One of the two. We can figure
Iron Man
something
hands coming soon.
out.
Well, like and subscribe to the dude on Instagram. He has stuff and YouTube has stuff come up all the time. It's always awesome. And then
Appreciate it.
on here also Star Wars Nerd 00. He's trying to get to 450, doing a giveaway. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, basically, when I hit 400 subscribers, I'm dragging you on, Kyber, because you're throwing in a shirt too. So we gotta do a live stream, and I'm posting some prompts on my Instagram story. So you guys got to go follow me there to actually enter it, and you got to basically tell me what your favorite part about Star Wars is. It doesn't have to be like movies or shows. It could be literally whatever your favorite thing is about Star Wars. And then when I hit 450 subs, we'll pick a winner, and you'll get your choice between like my main logo tee or the Tales from Peridia logo tee or 2 of Kyber's shirts.
Yep. Yeah, I put up so I did a whole line of video game inspired Star Wars shirts. So I made a platforming game screen that looks like an old CRT TV, and it's a bunch of young Jedi on platforms and an Anakin there with the blue lightsaber, and it's called Temple Slayer.
That's cool.
And then I also got one that looks kind of like a NASCAR shirt, and it says Most Espa Racing. It's got a pod on it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, and then I got some songs coming out this week. I made a trap song about the Rebel Alliance, and then I did a pop punk cover of "I'm Han Solo" from Connect Star Wars, and then also a non-Star Wars song, because this will go up the day after my birthday, since I'm turning the ripe young age of 40.
Jesus, you old fuck.
Oh God. Ugh. And I put up a song about that terrible process of transmutation.
Might have to get you to make a song for Greta. Like after you
coming
read the
soon.
story, you might be inspired.
Coming soon. Greta song. Definitely happening. But yeah, check out all of our channels. And then they couldn't make it here today, but also check out Wrath of Mandalore and check out Jungle Jedi. But yeah, just check us out. We'll be on every, let me get the promotional thing up there. Every Friday at 9 we'll be on. So always check us out. And after this, since we have kind of a pre-record shorter show tonight, I'll be running a special Star Wars radio show that I made with droid voices and everything. So if you are bored as can be on a Friday night, I got your next 2 hours set. So
there you go.
All right. Well, yeah, check us all out, and we will see you guys next week, and may the Force be with you. Take care, guys.
What's shaking in this corner of the galaxy? You've just hacked into KYBR 66.2 KyberFM, the only radio station brave enough to blast your ears with tunes hotter than a nerf herder in a speeder chase. I'm RX96, your favorite glorified 10-kin DJ, built for recon, but now moonlighting as the galaxy's most sarcastic beat dropper. And joining us today is the elusive droid technician and slicer known only by their call sign, RZ77A. Hello. A mind sharper than a vibroblade and twice as dangerous. Time may be why. Give or take a few hyper jumps, and things are complicated. The First Order's playing bad cop. The Resistance is playing worse cop. And I'm just here trying to keep the music good and the sarcasm sharper than a wampa's claw. Whether you're hiding from stormtroopers, dodging pesky porgs, or just trying to figure out why your hyperdrive sounds like it's got a bad motivator, KyberFM has got your back. So buckle your seatbelts, oil your servos, and prepare your funny bones, because we're kicking off a block of galaxy hits. Leading the way with Hoth and Bothered, the ultimate breakup anthem for anyone who's ever been ghosted harder than a Jedi in a Sith temple. Ready? Let's melt some ice, crank the volume, and pretend we're cooler than a tauntaun in the desert.
I swear to the maker, if you make one more damn analogy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Woke up on hot, it's freezing as hell. Riding a tauntaun, but he doesn't smell so well. Is that a scout droid? Shit, oh no! Now I'm stuck in a cave with the wampa, yo! R2's bleeping, Luke's in a trance. Yoda's flipping, teaching me to dance. Dad shot my hand, said join the dark side, but I said no, took the Falcon for a joyride. Everything's worse when your dad's a Sith Lord. He cut off my hand, now I'm emotionally floored. Leia's my sister, ew, what the hell? And Han's frozen up in a carbonite cell. So screw you, Empire, you blew up my vibe. I just wanted converters, not galactic strife. Lando betrayed us with a smuggler's smile. Should've known that guy was shady all the while. Chewie's pissed off 3POs and parts, and I'm too old for my training to start. Daigo Grom is Tatooine. I keep had a better kind of scene. Dad said I'm your father like it's some big twist, but I'm still more bummed out the kiss I had. Yeah, everything's worse when your fam's a mess. Leia's royalty, I'm a Jedi in distress. Han's playing popsicle, stuck in a slab, and my X-wing sunk like a galactic cab. So screw you, Vader, you drama machine. Next time we talk, I'm bringing a team. Down a shaft, screamed like a freak. Was hoping this week would be more boutique, but no, it's just trauma and pain. And a lightsaber duel in the freezing rain. Life just wanted a mask now. Now I'm matching insane with the Rogelate state, with the Rogelate dad who's filled with hate. And I'm stuck with the force, but I didn't start knives. I left galactic first. So screw you, Palpatine, you wrinkly turd. I'm out of this saga, well at least he'll return. Just a rebel with a lightsaber dream. Lost my hand, lost my friend, lost my self-esteem.
I see the fire inside your eyes, lost between the stars and broken skies. You're more than what they made you be. Galen, come back to me.
You're weak, Vader said, you will kneel. He built me to break, to never heal. A ghost in the dark, a weapon of pain. Star killer rose from the ashes, broke every chain. Do as I command, no questions asked. But the price was high and the soul was masked. I fought for them, fought for control, but they couldn't keep me, they never had my soul.
Silent scars, they carve so deep, more than the lies they made you keep. I see your eyes, I see your eyes. Break your chains, burn your name. You're not their weapon, you're not their shame. From ashes rise, tear the sky, killing your
Nothing but a
life.
tool, Palpatine grin, but Coda said, the force is yours within. He twisted my mind, made me fight his war, but I broke his grip, I'm something more. Destroy everything, he made me believe, but the truth was mine, and I won't grieve. I'm no puppet, I'm no slave, the galaxy will know the price I paid.
More than scars, they carve so deep, more than the lies they made you keep. I see your eyes, I see your eyes. Break your chains, burn your name. You're not their weapon, you're not their shame. From ashes rise, tear the sky, killing your life.
I was meant to destroy you, Vader sneered, but I broke the chains and I disappeared. I never wanted this. Juno cried, but I still saw the truth when I almost died.
This fight is mine, this war is mine. I take back my soul, I'll take back my time. Break your chains, burn your name. You're not their weapon, you're not their shame. From ashes rise, tear the sky, killing your life, your life, your life, killing your life. Come back to me.
I was meant to destroy you, Vader sneered, but I broke the chains and I disappeared. I never wanted this. Juno cried, but I still saw the truth when I almost died.
This fight is mine, this war is mine. I take back my soul, I take back my time. Break your chains, burn your name. You're not their weapon, you're not their shame. From ashes rise, tear the sky, killing your life, your life, your life, killing life. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Alright, Chandra, this one's for the real rebels. Make some
Wedding bells, highborn affairs, silks and lies fill the air. Light as vows, but mom's got plans. Sipping spice wine, twisting her stance. Midnight gown with a side of stress. Rebellion wrapped in a royal dress. Eyes scan shadow, she knows the risk. Tonight she's free and the beat hits quick. Losing in the crowd, smirking low key. Deals in the dark, changing the galaxy. But right now, mom's breaking free. Rhythm in her blood, no diplomacy. Stay grown at night, she's dancing bold. Secret spinning, glittering gold. No Sunday talk, no lines to toe. Just rebel heat on the chandelier floor. Raise your glass, she's breaking chains. Drowning doubt in crimson flames. From shadows deep to starlit fame, she owns the room, they chant her name.
got spies, parents fake smile, but mom's been fighting all the while. Now she twirls just for a while, losing the mask in reliable style. Luther nods, missions in play, but mon, she vibing today. Freedom tastes like bass and sway, and guilt can wait till light of day.
Shots of blue milk, boots on beat. Senator's gas, she's on her feet. No one saw this power peak. The heart of war just found her here. Cyclone at night, she's dancing bold. Secret spinning, glitter and gold. No setting talk, no lines to toe. Just rebel here on the chandelier floor. Raise your glass, she's breaking chains. Drowning down in crimson flames. From shadows deep to starlit fame, she owns the room, they chant her name.
She don't flinch, she don't break. This rebel queen knows what's at stake. But for a knot, no mask, no fakes. Just basic moves and sweet escapes. No read to rip, no made to shake. Y'all break to height, no make mistake. Y'all watch to stake, but I walk to fate. You can't for flight and stay the same.
Cyclone at night, she's dancing bold. Secret spinning, glitter and gold. No setting talk, no lines to toe. Just rebel heat on the chandelier floor. Raise your glass, she's breaking chains. Drowning down in crimson flame. From shadows deep to starlit fame, she owns the room, they chant her name.
He's short, he's round, he's got a dome. He's beeping loud when I leave home. Don't you know, Bone don't fetch no stick, but he's my ride or die astromech. Folks say it's just a droid, son, it ain't a pet. Well, tell that to his heart and the oil he sweats. He don't bark, but he screams just fine, like a kettle on fire in a straight line. So oil R2 if I don't make it back. If I go full Sith, wearing all black. Tell him I'm sorry for losing my cool when he zapped my foot and shocked the pool. He's more than a droid, he's my round best friend. Burn and pretend. If I lose my soul and fall off the cliff, just oil R2 and give him a lift. He zaps, he spins, he sets things on fire. He's the chaos gremlin every Jedi desire. Got no tail to wag, no paws to shake, but he hacked into the N1 without a break. He's tougher than clones, smarter than Yoda, can scream louder than a broken soda. He's rolled through war, lava, and pain, and still kept chirping like a runaway train. So if I don't make it back, if my cape gets long and my voice goes whack, tell him he's brave and a hero, no doubt, even when his map got wiped out. He's not just a gadget or a flying tin can, he's the real MVP of the Republic plan. If I'm Vader now, all broody and stiff, just oil R2 and give him a lift. He saw Padme cry and didn't say a word. He's got more secrets than Palpatine's heard. He beat in my wedding and wheeled away, 'cause he's got class and he knows Jedi grace. So oil R2 and buff up his dome. Let him roll free from Coruscant to home. If I'm lost to the dark beyond the rift, just oil R2 and give him a lift. wanna buy some dead sticks. You don't wanna sell me dead sticks. I mean, yeah. You wanna go home and rethink your rethink your in the clubs of Coruscant, pushing poison neon haunts, slippery grin, he slides on through. One quick sail and vanished from view. But the Force don't play those games. Now he's caught in a Jedi's flames. One wave of a mind-controlled eye. Now he's dreaming of a brand new high. Used to dance in shadows deep. Now he's trying to lose that creep. City lights start to feel alive. First time in years he might survive. You wanna go home and rethink your rethink your Swapped his sticks for a clean slate. Maybe juice bars are his fate. New ID, fresh disguise. Stars above and sober skies. No more hustle, no more shame. Just a guy with a brand new name. Binary suns and sober nights. Walking straight without the fights. The Jedi voice still haunts his head, but he's thankful for the words he said. Rethink your life. Rethink your Seriously, you don't want to get high. Pages torn from time still speak. Through the silence, voices leak. Ancient truths encoded light, kept alive by those who fight. Not a throne, not a blade, just the words that never fade. He's the echo in the void, where the legends are deployed. Law master, keeper of the flame, speaks the myths but never chases fame. Law master, always on the wire, holding fast to what won't expire. rage, no chosen fate, just clean lines carved in sabers he creates. Every forge a story burns, in the hilt the lesson turns. He's the calm behind the storm, breaking myths to keep them warm. Pixel by pixel, frame by frame, tells the truth, not just the name. Law master, voice in the haze, walking quiet through the maze. Law master, light in disguise, keeps the signal clear and wide. No throne room rage, no chosen fate, just clean lines carved in sabers he creates.
Hold on, Daniel, let's sing our song. You ready? You ready? Let's ride!
Boba Fett on a bantha, leaning back in the saddle, sands whipping in my face, gears rattling in battle. I'm cruising through Tatooine, grinding through the heat. Moses Bay on the radar, syndicate in defeat. Got debts to collect, respect to command. No disintegrations, you better understand. Climbing ranks like a king from the desert sand. Armor scarred up, but the legend still stands. I'm a badass bounty hunter. My best friend's my bantha. You better watch out or you'll become bantha fodder.
Like a bantha.
Blasting my past wide open, no clones, here I'm the chosen. Armor forged in the fire, Beskar plates never broken. Every footprint in the dune, that's a move I made. Every scar that I wear, that's a debt I paid. I ain't looking for a throne, I built my own empire. Lit the sands up hotter than a Sarlacc's fire. Syndicate shivering, they know what's next. Boba's back from the dead, put respect on my jetpack. I'm a badass bounty hunter. My best friend's my bantha. You better watch out or you'll become bantha fodder.
Like a bantha.
Banda steps thunder, feel the ground shake. Better make peace or your bones gonna break. Desert storm coming, got debts to erase. Mask down, no face, just rage in my place. Look, I don't need clones to back my name. I'm one man, one code, bringing fear and flame. From Django to Boba, we don't die tame. Now watch me ride like a band of insane. Badass bounty hunter, my best friend's my bantha. You better watch out or you'll become bantha fodder.
Like a bantha.
Yeah. Say my name, put some Beskar on it.
Like a bantha.
Pipes, huts, whatever, I'm coming for all of it.
Saw first when I was just a teen, little boy with a big old dream. Now you're back so tall and strong. Said you killed some dudes, but it's fine, move on. You stare at me without blinking. Say love's forbidden, but who stopped thinking? Talk about sand like it ruined your life, but ooh, I wanna be your wife. Oh, Annie, my Annie, you've got that dark and Brody style. You say you hate the Jedi, but babe, maybe just chill a while. Oh, Annie, my Annie, you hold me like I'm your empire. You say you'd never hurt me, but why did your bestie set you on fire? You tell me that they're holding you back, that Yoda's basically an attack, always storming out in a rage. But ooh, you look so cute that way. You say the Chancellor's your guy, that's fine. babe, you're dynamite. Oh, Annie, my Annie, you've got that dark and Brody style. You say you saw me dying, but babe, let's just dance a while. Oh, Annie, my Annie, you tell me pain will make you strong. You cry about democracy, but babe, what could possibly go wrong? Did you just say you stopped the war? By maybe killing younglings? What for? You want me to rule the galaxy? Oh, Annie, babe, that's news to me. Oh, Annie, my Annie, I think I need some time alone. Your force choking my emotions, and I might need a safer zone. Oh, Annie, my Annie, this simple talk's a bit extreme. I thought we just raised some children. Guess I misread the dream. So I'll stand here on this lava shore, tell you that I love you once more. You say love won't save me now, Annie, babe, just take a bow.
In the silence of wild space, ghosts of heroes whisper in this place. Forge of stars, darkness hand, clone of Vader made a final stand. Born from Mandalore, brings destruction to the core. Tenebris and Malgus fate, buried deep behind the magic gate. But we still hear them calling. We remember the shadows, the stars they became. The cannon forgot, but we still chant the names. Ladder and crimson, it's not killer's flame. Rev and burden with beautiful pain. Stories that kept the forge lit bright, guide us through the darkest night. Stories wait to return ours and let the legends rise again. There was a time when dash out fast, a saber and a storm inside his broken past. Jaina flew where angels fell, twins of Skywalker with stories still to tell. They fade like starlight. The ancient on the war they waged, epic pages now it's locked in a cage. Dark angels setting the pace, footprints wiped like remnant space. But fans we still remember. We remember the shadows, the stars they became. The cannon forgot, but we still chant the names. Lara and Crimson, Starkiller's flame. Rev and burning with beautiful pain. Stories that kept the forge lit bright, got us through the darkest night. Stories wait to return ours and let the legends rise again. You can erase a name, but you can't kill a legacy. We remember the shadows, the stars they became. From Thrawn's cold mind to that Mandalorian flame. Jason has fallen, the love he betrayed. They're still out there in hyperspace haze. Vitiate step, Nihilus is hunger. Nagasano tearing the stars asunder. Let the legends rise again. Let let the legends rise again.
If you like your base with a side of questionable life choices and rebellion cosplay, welcome to Block 2.
Up next, if the Resistance had an underground mixtape and dropped it from the back of a stolen tie, this would be track 1. This is Rebel Code, a bass-thumping trap anthem with more attitude than a protocol droid after 2 shots of jet juice. It's got bad feelings, epic drops, and enough rebellion to void your warranty. So crank this up and let the First Order know they can't stop the signal. Block 2 begins now.
Luke, you switched off your targeting computer. What's wrong?
It's a trap!
Run it up, ghost ships, fly through sectors. Tactical ops, ain't no lectures. Empire talk, but they built on pressure. One crack, we snap like vectors. I've been on base when the codes go red. No cap, whole fleet ride with dread. No Jedi, but I still got ledge. Twin suns burned in the back of my head. Schemes tight, like a Moncal ship. Plans move quiet, then it all go lit. One spark, got the whole sky flipped. Now they scared of the flame that the rebels lit. Move like ghosts, hit like thunder. Stars go black when we pull from under. They watch we strike, keep it cold. No fear in the fight, this the rebels code. Wheels up, they ain't got no clue. Holocaust came, now the squad moved through. No foe, no lie, no more. We don't break, we glow. This the rebels code. Came from the dirt of the outer rim. Whole crew wild like a Wookiee kin. Got a plan from a slicer that live on Corellia. Plug in deep, they don't know what's ahead of you. Road drop in like a midnight blink. Jump out, hit hard, empire sink. No ties, no chains, no names on files, but I leave scorch marks and imperial miles. They play guys, but they still bleed out. Death Star fall when the dead are leaked out. This ain't luck, this grinding code. Born in the dark, now we on that mode. Move like ghosts, hit like thunder. Stars go black when we pull from under. They watch we strike, keep it cold. No fear in the fight, this the rebels code. Wheels up, they ain't got no clue. Holocaust came, now the squad moved through. No foe, no lie, no more. We don't break, we glow. This the rebels code.
I got a bad feeling about this.
No peace, no chain, no fear, no pain, no rule, no throne. We fight alone. No peace, no chain, no fear, no pain, no rule, no throne. We fight alone. We don't break, we glow. This the rebels code.
Never tell me the odds.
2 Jedi walking. Only one walks out. The galaxy's future hangs in the breath between blades. Cloak drop, I step it like a storm with a calm. One with the force, steady hand, open palm. He comes with the rage, with the red and the hate, but I'm here for balance, not for fate. Double blade spin, yeah, he's fast, no lie, but I'm too wise to blink, too old to die. Each strike he throws is a scream from the pit, but peace is power, and I don't quit. Locked in the silence, temper floor burning, each move tested, no room for learning. I ain't here to preach or pretend I'm whole, just protect the kid and save his soul. 3 blades crash, destiny shakes. One false step is all it takes. Breath held tight at the edge of fate. This ain't just war, it's a Jedi's weight. Lights flash red, hearts beat black. One path forward, no way back. Balance tips when the force debates. This is more than death, it's the duel of fates. I'm right behind, Padawan fire in my chest, but I feel his hate. Raw obsessed, he fights like like a wound, like a storm let loose. Sparks fly wild when them sabers juice. Gate slam shut, I'm stuck, can't move. My master alone, and I can't prove that I'm ready, I'm worthy. I should have been there. Now watch through the red teeth clenched in prayer. He strikes too fast, Qui gon' drops. Time froze ice when my heartbeat stopped. No more call, now I leap with flame. Forget the code, I just want his name.
Three blades crash, destiny shakes. One false step is all it takes. Breath held tight at the edge of fate. This ain't just war, it's a Jedi's weight. Lights flash red, hearts beat black. One path forward, no way back. Balance tips when the force debates. This is more than death, it's the duel of fates.
Over the pit, I'm hanging by a thread. One slip, I fall like my master dead. But I see the blade, I feel the spark. The light ain't gone, it burns in the dark. Force pulls fast, I rise like fire. Saber flash clean, fueled by the pyre. One strike down, all split and done. But this ain't a win, cause we lost someone. Quirgon gone and the kid's still bound to a fate that hums in the background sound. This duel ain't over, it just began. The storm we faced was just a plan.
Three blades crashed, destiny broke. Peace once promised, swallowed in smoke. Sith returned, Jedi cracked. And the chosen one walks a darker track. Lights fade slow, echoes wait. Every war starts with a twist and fade. Remember the name, remember the stakes. This was never a fight, it was the duel of fates.
Two Jedi walking.
When in trouble, Gungans go to sacred place. Mace are ready to chill.
Came from the ashes, house in retreat. Bo-Katan walks now with steel in her feet. Watched her people fracture, saw her hope fade. Now she's standing tall in the home she made. No longer chasing blades or symbols in hand. She's building up a world, not just taking a stand. Clans united, myth reborn. She's the calm in the storm, the creed sworn. She ain't looking for a crown, not begging to reign. She just lives the fallen, carries their pain. From mines to dome, she's taking command. With fire in her voice and truth in her hand. Throne of fire, soul of stone. She leads a world she rebuilt alone. Past is shattered, future's clear. Bo-Katan moves with no more fear. Once was lost, now she's the guide. Keeps her armor close and her honor wide. Not just a fighter, she's the flame. Sparking up the forge with a brand new name. From the mines to the stars, her word carries weight. Not born to rule, but to elevate. Legends bowed out, she stepped through. Didn't wait for fate, she just broke through. She ain't looking for a crown, not begging to reign. She just lives the fallen, carries their pain. From mines to domes, she's taking command. With fire in her voice and truth in her hand. Throne of fire, soul of stone. She leads a world she rebuilt alone. Past is shattered, future's clear. Bo-Katan moves with no more fear. Throne of fire, soul of stone. She leads a world she rebuilt alone. Past is shattered, future's clear. Bo-Katan moves with no more fear. No blade can define her, no throne control. She's the firelight down in the soul. Not chosen by fate, she made her way and lit the path where the lost now stay. Throne of fire, soul of stone.
She leads a world she rebuilt alone. Past is shattered, future's clear. Bukata move with no more fear. Yeah, she brought it home. The fire stays lit.
Hello there.
A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away, a boy was born on Stujong Sands, then taken far astray. The Jedi found him young and bold, they trained him in their code. He swore the path, he held the light, but darkness overflowed. He took a Padawan one day, a brash and gifted kid. The war broke out, the stars grew cold, the Force's light hid. He fought with heart, he fought with pride, from Geonosis' flame to Mustafar's red riverside, where brother turned to shame. And I was just a kid then, watching clones all march in line. Thought the Jedi were forever, never guessed the end in time. Hello there, from the fire and the fight, burned and broken but still holding the light. Hello there, through the shadows and flame, I lost my brother but I still know my name. Hello there, hear the stars start to sing, one last guardian doing one last thing. Hello there, through the smoke and despair, if hope survives, you'll find me there. He wandered through the desert winds, his saber tucked away, kept watch on hope's last flickering flame beneath the twin sun's blaze. The people called him Hermit Ghost, a madman in the dust, but he was more than myth or shadow, he was still the Force's trust. He met a farm boy full of dreams with fire in his soul, and in that kid he saw the path the skyward pull of hope. He said the Force is what surrounds us, it binds the stars and sea, and even when we're ghosts, my boy, we fight for what must be. The stars still speak of battles waged in silence and in sand, and legends carved in solitude by an old man's weathered hand. Hello there, from the fire and the fight, burned and broken but still holding the light. Hello there, through the shadows and flame, I lost my brother but I still know my name. Hello there, hear the stars start to sing, one last guardian doing one last thing. Hello there, through the smoke and despair, if hope survives, you'll find me there. And on a molten world he cried, you were my brother as the dreamer died. The sky wept red, but still he stood, left him broken but he did what he could. He bore the burden, bore the blame, watched the stars forget his name. But ghosts don't fade, and neither will the truth. So raise a glass for Jedi lost, for friends we couldn't hold, for sabers buried in the dust and hearts that still stay bold. The Force may sleep but it won't die, not while the spark survives, and somewhere on a distant dune a shadow walks the line.
Hello there.
Hello there, from the fire and the fight, burned and broken but still holding the light. Hello there, through the shadows and flame, I lost my brother but I still know my name. Hello there, hear the stars start to sing, one last guardian doing one last thing. Hello there, through the smoke and despair, if hope survives, you'll find me there. Hello there, you'll find me there.
Captain.
Hello there.
Falcon. Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system.
Yes, indeed. If it's a fast ship.
Fast ship. You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Ride or fly, do or die. Punch a Chewie, light the sky.
She's a hunk of junk, that's what they say, but she's outrun death in the castle way. Paint chipped wings, hyperspace
space scars, but she'll take you farther than 1,000 stars. Dark and shadow waiting to ignite. She's got more soul than a tie in flight. Smuggler's pride and rebel dreams. She's the queen of scrappy schemes. Lasers flash, engines roar, kick the throttle, break the law. This ain't just some whitey core. She's the key to win the war. She's the fastest ship alive. Feel the fire when we dive. Flying blind through fire and fate. Tearing up the Empire's gate. Millennium dreams in overtime. Heart of steel, soul so prime. She's the falcon, we survive. In the fastest ship alive. Used to run spice, now we run hope. Thread in space like a jump rope. Dodging deaths, bouncing bounties. Skipping across those outer rim counties. Yeah, she rattles creaks and groans, but she's home, man. She's bones and chrome. Falcon blood in the rebel beat. Every jump's a lightning feed. Lasers flash, engines roar. Kick the throttle, break the law. This ain't just some whitey core. She's the key to win the war. She's the fastest ship alive. Feel the fire when we dive. Flying blind through fire and fate. Tearing up the Empire's gate. Millennium dreams in overtime. Heart of steel, soul so prime. She's the falcon, we survive. In the fastest ship alive.
What a piece of junk.
Yeah, baby, and we rule the sky. She's ugly, but she flies like a light. Carillion spirit, rebel flame. She's not just a ship, she's an air. She's the fastest ship alive. Watch us burn, watch us thrive. Never clean, but always right. Shooting stars in darkest night. Millennium dreams still drive. Punching through the jump to survive. She's the falcon, we arrive. In the fastest ship alive. Let 'em fly, do or die. Punch and chewy, light the sky.
Clear, kid. Now let's pull this thing and go home.
If you're watching this, maybe there's still a chance to save the Alliance, to explain my silence, though I don't dare hope too much. A chance for Jen, if she's alive, to know my love endures across stars, across time. This is a rebellion, isn't it? I rebel. We have hope. Rebellions are built on hope. When all feels lost, when shadows swell, we hold the line, we climb the slope. They said they'd take you too, or you'd vanish forever. So I became what they needed, a whisper within their machine. I lied, played the part. In their pride, I planted a flaw. This is a rebellion, isn't it? I rebel. We have hope. Rebellions are built on hope. When all feels lost, when shadows swell, we hold the line, we climb the rope. Jen, my stardust, you are the spark, you are the hope. This is our rebellion, isn't it our rebellion? We have hope, rebellions are built on hope. When all feels lost, when shadows swell, we hold the light. Jen, my stardust, I see your mother in dreams, you in every star. I was broken, but I believed you would live, you would fight, you would carry hope. This is our rebellion, isn't it our rebel? We have hope, rebellions are built on hope. You are the spark, the rebel yell. You are the hope, you are the hope.
'96 actually wrote a song this time about his favorite heroes, R2-D2 and C-3PO. Who knew he had it in him?
Hey, talent comes in many circuits. I crafted this tribute myself, beat boops and all. Ready for some droid-inspired jams.
Let's hope it's more chart topper and less error for 04. KYBR 66.2, take it away.
This one go out to the realest duo in the galaxy. Not Jedi, not Sith, just straight up chrome icons. Let me tell you about them binary ballers. Drop that beat. R2-D2, it is you. Chrome domes, rolling through like a prophecy. Golden boy stiff, blue homie got the audacity to hack your whole ship from a socket port casually and goes through firewalls like force invisibility. One speaks 6 mil, got the manners of a diplomat. Other talking chirps, but he barks like a battle cat. Tag team legends from Clone Wars to Final Wax. Always in the mix with the rebels in the drama at. They ain't got sabers, but they lit like plasma. Dodging Death Star, sliding past disaster. From Naboo palaces to back alley blasters. One glitch from Doom, still moving faster. R2 roll up, plug in like nah. Slice that door like a galactic outlaw. C-3PO's like oh nobody ride. Scared stiff and gold, but he stayed by his side. 2 bots, no cap, whole saga on their back. No blaster, no saber, still running the map. And from Santa Stars, they wired for war. Binary ballers, legends of the lore. Beat, beat, what's good? Beat, beat, what's good? We're a click, we hood. Golden snob in the dome top plug. They survived more heat than a Mustafar thug. They was there when the clones took the Jedi down. Saw empires rise and the order drown. Homie R2 got secrets locked deep in sound that could turn any throne upside down. Heard tales of a chosen one, heard that fate. R2 seen it all from the pod race gate. C-3PO got wiped, got rebuilt, got ice. Still came back looking tense but precise. They ain't flex, but they center every scene. Background bosses clean without being seen. More plugged into the plot than Palpatine schemes. And R2 got receipts like an oil bath dream. C-3PO might panic, but he keep the plan managed. Talking etiquette while they ducking from damage. Meanwhile, little R2 causing havoc, saving whole fleets like a backroom savage. 2 bots, no cap, whole saga on their back. You know, blasting, no saber, still running the map. And from Santa Stars, they wired for war. Binary ballers, legends of the lore. Ping, ping, that code. Zap, zap, they froze. They ain't just tech, they myth and chrome. Ran through the whole damn Skywalker tone. They was in the room where the plans got laid. In the back of the X-Wing when debts got paid. Saw clones turn cold in the dark side face. Still cruising, more OG than Mace. Ain't no force push, no Jedi trick. Just slick data ports and some loyal grit. Got tossed in scraps, still came out lit. Now they icon status on every fan's list. 2 bots, no cap, whole saga on their back. No blaster, no saber, still running the map. And from Santa Stars, they wired for war. Binary ballers, legends of the lore. No lies, they the heart of the fight. From Padme's halls to the Endor night. Droid with the drip, never needed a sword, just loyalty code and a hyperspace cord.
We seem to be made to suffer. It's our lot in life.
Next time you talk legends, say the names. R2-D2, C3PO, Chrome Souls, Binary Ballers, Galaxy Certified. Skirt beat, click, transmission ends.
Oh, switch off. Wow. Was that me? I mean, did you hear that bridge? The modulation, the emotional nuance. That was, dare I say, art.
Yes, RX. You wrote a song about two droids. Welcome to the Functioning Memory Unit Club.
I'm just saying, maybe I am the chosen one.
You shorted out trying to parallel parts of speeder last week. Please hear your astromagnetic and more about cases.
Time for Block 3. And oh boy, this one's spicy. Ever wondered what really went down on Cato Neimoidia? You know, that business. Obi-Wan definitely won't talk about in public. Well, we cracked the holotapes. This one's called Business on Cato. A full-blown diss track duel between Jedi bros gone passive-aggressive. It's Anakin versus Obi-Wan in the ultimate force-fueled roast battle. Lightsabers, optional. Ego, mandatory. You're listening to KYBR 66.2, your home for galactic drama and beats so heavy they broke 3 droid ankles last week. Block 3 starts now.
Not everything makes the archives, but this one, it should have.
They send us in clean, no saber flashing on the scene. Supposed to be diplomacy, you turned it to a war machine. Neimoidians were talking, you were stalking through the halls. Told you chill, but you flipped, started slicing through the walls. I played chess with the Senate, mind sharp like a saber tip. You play reckless apprentice, emotions like a glitching ship. They had crates, you thought fate put spice on the manifest. Jumped the gun, pulled your saber, now it's blood on the up. I saw lies in their eyes, had the nerve to smirk at Jedi. You stand there calm while corruption multiplies and spreads like red tide. They had slaves in the back, spice in the racks. You wanna negotiate? I wanna snap. This ain't politics, it's war, and I ain't a diplomat. They drew first deceit, and I drew mine back. You act like a code makes you righteous and clean, but I've seen what it hides, master. I've lived in between. Anakin, listen, I've taught you precision. Not every shadow needs a blade's incision. You barged in loud, turned silence to a storm, turned a peace mission into a galactic reform. You call it justice, that ain't the Jedi way. Is vengeance in your veins when you let rage play? Had them talking, had them scared, we had leverage. You tossed it for thrills, now we buried in the wreckage. Man, screw that! Your rules are blind, I see truth and fire and screams while you sit in councils believing Yoda's unobtainable dreams. You had your chance to make them sweat, you chose silence. I took a stand, made them feel the Jedi's defiance. This ain't about spice, it's about power and change. You play chess with your conscience, I break stiff brains. So yeah, I lit Cato Neimoidia like a flare, but the people down there finally knew Jedi care. Control is strength. Control is a cave. We're keepers of peace. In the galaxy of rage. You disobeyed orders. Because they were lies. This path leads to ruin. We walk the line so others don't fall. You burn the line down, lightsaber drawn in the hall. I tried to guide you, gave you every damn chance. Now Cato's a whisper thanks to your dance. I was born in the flames, molded by scars while you polished your boots and trained under stars. You don't get me, you never did, old man. But one day soon, you'll understand.
The archives say it was complicated. Yeah, we both know the truth. The business. Roger that. Cato Neimoidia.
We're the ones that they forgot. Just code and armor left to rot. Camino rains and silent nights. Now we're ghosts who still can't fight.
Hunter's got that haunted stare. Record laughs to hide despair. Echo hears the system's lies. Tech just calculates goodbyes.
We're not just copies in a line. We're broken, but we're still designed to be the glitch that breaks the chain.
he walks with pride and shame. Omega sees what we can't be, a future we were never free.
Camino's gone, the past is dust. Trust is rare when you're born of mistrust, but in the silence we found sound, a family forged from battlegrounds. Clones like us, we write our fate. No more numbers, no more hate. The Force don't need to guide our path. We got our scars and we got our wrath.
If you're hearing this, you're not alone. This is Clone Force 99.
You ever need us, we'll be there.
We were numbers, now we're names. Cut from war, but not the same. Built for battles made to break, but still we rise with every quake. We lost our home, we lost our place, but found ourselves in outer space. We're not your clones, we're not your tools, we're the Bad Batch, breaking rules. So raise that flag, we're not done yet. We're brothers born from their regret. Forget the order, screw the past. We are the ones who'll outlast.
We've all fought enough battles for one lifetime. Now, we get to choose who we want to be.
Like what?
Whatever we want, kid. Whatever we want.
Calm, kindness, kinship, love. I've given up all chance at inner peace. I've made my mind a sunless space. I share my dreams with ghosts. So what do I sacrifice? Everything. He'll stay with me. I need all the heroes I can get. I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago, from which there's only one conclusion. I'm damned for what I do. My anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight. They've set me on a path from which there is no escape. So what do I sacrifice? Everything. And stay with me. I need all the heroes I can get. So what do I sacrifice? Everything. You stay with me. I need all the heroes I can get. I yearn to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost. And by the time I looked down, there was no longer any ground beneath my feet. What is my sacrifice? I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future. I burn my life to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see. The ego that started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or the light of gratitude. So what do I sacrifice? Everything. You'll stay with me. I need all the heroes I can get. So what do I sacrifice? Everything. You stay with me. I need all the heroes I can get.
Let's see if there's any place more comfortable on this rust bucket. It's a long way down.
Down?
Yeah, down. It's a deep breath. It'll be the last fresh air you'll get for a while.
Fresh air is overrated.
Born with a code and a number, not a name. Dad's gone cool, now I'm playing the game. Blasters loaded, I'm alone in the rain. Tracking bounties down the turbo lift chain. Slip through shadows under neon lights. They don't care who you are if you win the fight. I ain't no Jedi, I don't wear a robe. Just a rat, steal dreams and a world that's corrode. No clone orders, no Republic shield. Just credits and crime and scars that won't heal. Down on level 1313. No rules, no light, just a dirty routine. I don't need the force, just my name and my aim. Building up a legend in the Coruscant rain. Down on level 1313, where the hunters die and the ghosts still scream. If I make it out alive, they'll all know my name. Say it loud. Boba Fett, born for the game.
Hey, top spin detonator. Time to tilt things back in our favor.
Really necessary.
Rats with credit, slicers and spies. Cops on peril with empire ties. Found my mark in a club with strobe lights. Took the shot and dipped before the droids could bite. Hired by scum, betrayed by friends. Woke up cuffed in a spice den. Cut the chains, yeah, I made them pay. Cause Fed don't forget, Fed don't play. Climbing through trash and broken droids. If I had a heart, it's already destroyed. Down on level 1313. No rules, no light, just a dirty routine. I don't need the force, just my name and my aim. Building up a legend in the Coruscant rain. Down on level 1313, where the hunters die and the ghosts still scream. If I make it out alive, they'll all know my name. Say it loud. Boba Fett, born for the game.
This guy's taking the express.
Targets down, credits transferred. Next stop, level 1314.
Down on level 1313. No rules, no light, just a dirty routine. I don't need the force, just my name and my name. Building up a legend in the Coruscant rain. Down on level 1313, where the hunters die and the ghosts still scream. If I make it out alive, they'll all know my name. Say it loud. Boba Fett, I was born for the game.
Nice strategy, by the way. Managed to direct both ships at once.
Put your bitch in and get in here.
He had a beard and a vision, a dream in the sky. Built a world from the ground with a glint in his eye. No rules, no map, just the force and a spark. Now we're flying through hyperspace, lighting up the dark. Nobody believes that this won't go far. Now his name's in the stars and he made the stars. George! He gave us lightsabers and rebel hearts. George! He made the galaxy tear worlds apart. Blast that Sith and punch that chord. We're living in the mind of George. George. Yeah. He said faster and more intense. That's the rule. Dropped a Death Star bomb. Made nerds cool in school. Wrote a scoundrel with swagger and a farm boy dream. Built a saga from scratch with an outlaw team. A maverick mind doing things his way. From Modesto to the Milky Way. George! He gave us droids with a snarky bite. George! He turned a laser fight into a night. Crank that bass and feel that surge. We're riding on the vibe of George! George! Yeah!
eyes, Vader breathes deep. He woke the world from his boring sleep. Jar Jar the Jedi, prequels to Prime. The man's a myth, ahead of his time. George, he gave us love, he gave us war. George, he kicked the door and built the lore. Sing it loud, don't stop or swerve. We're flying on the nerdy nerve of George.
May the force be with you.
Tiny feet on forest ground, drums and stars, a sacred sound. Fur in the breeze, hearts in tune, dancing wild beneath the moon. We're Ewoks, born of trees, swinging soft in Endor's breeze. Live slow, love deep, fight if we must. March through the dark with courage and trust. Stormtroopers came with metal pride, but we had fire they couldn't hide. Small and fierce, we turned the tide. Nature roars when stars collide. We're Ewoks, born of trees, swinging soft in Endor's breeze. Live slow, love deep, fight if we must. March through the dark with courage and trust. Peace is rhythm, not a gun. We shine like stars when day is done. We're Ewoks, born of trees. Roots run deep beneath the leaves. Live slow, love loud, howl at the moon. Victory drums in a forest tune. Peace is rhythm, not a gun. We shine like stars when day is done. We're Ewoks, born of trees. Roots run deep beneath the leaves. Live slow, love loud, howl at the moon. Victory drums in a forest tune.
Born in the blood of a war-torn world. Grew up hard, then I watching while the plan unfurled. The Jedi got fat, blind to the face, so I cracked that code like a Sith first date. Dig deep in the tombs, Korriban truth. Sith all greedy, choked by their roots. I broke the chain, rewrote the game. Just me and my apprentice, burn it all in flame. Boom goes the brotherhood, now feel the pain. Echo through the force with the name Bane.
Only two shall rise in shadow, master and the one below. See
survive. Legacy carved in the dark will thrive. No council, no lies, no Jedi chains. Just truth, just death, just Sith remains. Passed down in whispers through the dark and flame. From me to you, remember the name.
Only two shall rise in shadow, master and the one below. Secrets pass through blood and battle, power grows as weakness goes. Ooh, we burn it down to build anew. It's me and you, just us two.
You want power, it comes with pain. Every cut, every scar, every lesson ingrained. Betray me, that's the final test. Kill your master, wear the crest. That's the way of the Sith, no mercy shown. You earn your place, or die alone. The galaxy's ours, we take, we choose. No more, no less, there's only two.
Only two shall rise in shadow, master and the one below. Secrets pass through blood and battle, power grows as weakness goes. Ooh, we burn it down to build anew. It's me and you, just us two. Just us two. Just us two.
Help you I can. I don't think so. I'm looking for a great warrior.
Oh, great warrior.
Wars not make one great.
A Jedi must have the deepest commitment, the most serious mind. It's one a long time have I watched all his life. Has he looked away to the future, to the horizon? Never his mind on where he was, what he was doing. Adventure, hey. A Jedi craves not these things. You are reckless, so was I if you remember. He's too old, yes, too old to begin the training. But I've learned so much. Will he finish what he begins? I won't fail you, I'm not afraid. Oh, you will be, you will be. Master, moving stones around is one thing. This is totally different. No different, only different in your mind. You must have learned what you have learned. Alright, I'll give it a try. No, try not, do or do not. There is no try, I can't. It's too big, size matters not. Look at me, judge me by my stew. You. For my ally is the force, and a powerful ally it is. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. You must feel the force around you, here between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere. Yes, even between the land and the ship. You want the impossible, I don't believe it. That is why you fail. I saw a city in the clouds. Friends you have there, they were in pain. It is the future you see. Future, will they die? Difficult to see. Always in motion is the future. I've got to go to them. Decide you must how to serve them best. If you leave now, help them you could, but you will destroy all for which they have fought and suffered. Luke, you must complete the training. I can't keep the vision out of my head. They're my friends, I've got to help them. You must not go. But Han and Leia will die if I don't. You do not yet realize your importance.
You must complete the training. I can't keep the vision out of my head. They're suffering. If you all know what they fight for, you must not go, but I can help them feel the force. Strong is stronger, strong is Vader. What you have learned can return, and I'll return, I promise. That boy is our last hope. No, there is another.
I take it General Grievous has been destroyed then. I must say, you're here sooner than expected. In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you are under arrest. Chancellor, are you threatening me, Master Jedi? The Senate will decide your fate. I am the Senate, not yet. It's treason then. You are under arrest, my lord. Anakin, I told you it would come to this. I was right, the Jedi are taking over. You old fool, the oppression of the Sith will never return. Your blood to regain control of the Republic is over. You have lost. No, no, you will die. He is a traitor, Anakin. He's the traitor. Stop him. Come to your senses, boy. The Jedi are in revolt. They will betray you just as they betrayed me. You are not one of them, Anakin. Don't let him kill me. I am your pathway to power. I have the power to save the one you love. You must choose. You must stop him. Don't listen to him, Anakin. Help me. Don't let him kill me. I can't hold on any longer. I can't. I give up. Help me. I am weak. I am too weak. Don't kill me. I give up. I'm dying. I can't hold on any longer. You Sith disease. I'm going to end this once and for all. You can't kill him, Master. He must stand trial. He has too much control of the Senate and the courts. He is too dangerous to be kept alive. I'm too weak. Don't kill me, please. It is not the Jedi way. He must live. Please don't. Please don't. I need him. Please don't. No power. Unlimited power. What have I done? You are fulfilling your destiny, Anakin. Become my apprentice. Learn to use the dark side of the Force. I will do whatever you ask. Good. Just help me save Padme's life. I can't live without her. I won't let her die. I want the power to stop death, to cheat death. Is a power only one has achieved. If we work together, I know we can discover the secret. I pledge myself to your teachings, to the ways of the Sith. The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. Henceforth you shall be known as Darth Vader. Thank you, my master. Rise, Darth Vader.
Welcome to T-Boca, where the clouds never part, where we build your soldiers. Science meets art in the shimmer of lightning, where the waves kiss the sky. We craft the perfect army, no questions why.
Liquid glass floors, reflections of fate. Clones in the chamber, born to be great. Our halls echo footsteps, not born but made. In stormlit silence, progress is laid. Flesh and code, line by line. Purpose formed in a design. They march like waves, cold and brave. But we ask, who do we save? Clones in the rain, hearts in a file. Straight from the cradle, marched in a mile. We gave you an army built to obey. But did we give them dreams or throw them away?
I am the prime, Llama Sue's the name. Efficiency, first we play no game. We deal in silence, precision and genes. Our science unseen behind watery screens.
I watched them grow, I knew their names. Numbered identities, faces the same. But deep in their eyes, a flicker of soul. A spark of wonder beyond control. Flesh and code, line by line. Purpose formed in a design. They march like waves, cold and brave. But we ask, who do we save? Clones in the rain, hearts in a file. Straight from the cradle, marched in a mile. We gave you an army built to obey. But did we give them dreams or throw them away? They are more than steel, more than bone. They were made for war, not for home. What if they could choose their own? But the contract came, it's far too late. Clones in the rain, we feel their cries. Under electric storms and darkened skies, we built a legacy, but lost our way. Clones in the rain, who will they be someday?
Camino fades, but the clones remain. Built in silence, forged by rain.
Down on the dirt of Malistar, engines roaring through the smoking air. Chrome and fire in a desert fight, Subobas racing into the night. Claws on steel, rage in his grin. Born to crash, built to win. They call him mean, they call him mad, but he's the best this circuit's had. Burning tracks and breaking fate, putting fear on every plate. Running hot, riding proud, his engines scream like thunder loud. Got a feeling he can't shake that. Stopping Skywalker's the move to make. Word rolls in like a Tatooine storm, some slave kid about to transform. He's fast, he's smooth, got Jedi vibes. Too young to crash, too sharp to brow. Suburba, don't blink, don't bow down. He owns these tracks, he owns this town. But deep inside he starts to see this kid might change the galaxy. Burning tracks and breaking fate, pushing back before it's too late. Racing fire, bending steel, holding tight to the wheel he feels. He don't trust that golden child, thinks the Force might be running wild. If he wins, maybe stars stay bright. If he loses, the dark meets light. Destiny
face, got a crooked smile. But Seb Bulba's racing that extra mile. In burning tracks and breaking fate, holding strong to the heavyweight. Skywalker's coming, but not today. Seb Boulder's still got something to say. He got this feeling in his soul that stopping that boy might save us all. So if the engine's howl in the dead of night, that's that Bulba still in the fight. Dug with grit, never too late, still burning tracks and breaking fate.
Bad Bane at your service.
Check the list, you're next. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No stress. Check the list, you're next. Big hat, blue face, no sweat. Jetpack home when I slide through decks. One wrong word, end of your quest. Cold as hawk, but my aim stay crisp. Even fed pause when I flex this wrist. Check the list, you're next. Credits good, I'll cash that check. Host the talk, you ain't built for the draw. Step in the room and I bend the law. Smoke in the lungs, voice deep like flaw. Didn't flinch once when I stared down more. Clones in the street, I just slide right past. Hollow in handful, file on your past. Name lit red means you won't last. Jedi full slow, but my shot's too fast. Check the list, you're next. Big hat, blue face, no sweat. Jetpack home when I slide through decks. One wrong word, end of your quest. Cold as hawk, but my aim stay crisp. Even fed pause when I flex this wrist. Check the list, you're next. Credits good, I'll cash that check. Crab been cold since the Clone Wars days. Count Dooku knew I don't play. Took a whole squad with a side bling days. Got a Twilight calling me they, no way. Credits stacked like Jawa junk. You talk big, but your saber clunks. Snuck through guards in a Corellian trunk. Put a thermal charge in your favorite bunk. Check the list, you're next. Big hat, blue face, no sweat. Jetpack home when I slide through decks. One wrong word, end of your quest. Cold as hot, but my aim stay crisp. Even fed pause when I flex this wrist. Check the list, you're next. Credits good, I'll cash that check. Breathe tubes buzzing like a womp rat trap. Took down a cruiser, didn't need no map. Sabak on the table, played one hand. Not even Boba can stop the man. No clones left, I'm the last one standing. Armor got scars, that's full break in. Came from the pit, now walk like family. Back scar plates and the rep still slamming. Target acquired, scope locked in. Jetpack humming, my fuse run thin. Don't need words, that's a nod up again. You talk too much, that's a rookie sin. Check the list, you're next. Wyvern drip, that's pure finesse. Even Sith pay me with respect. I don't talk twice, I just collect. You run fast, I jetpack step. Track your scent like a next who pet. Check the list, you're next. Say goodbye, this ain't no test. He don't miss. Not once. Not even me.
You should have never given up your armor.
Yeah. Tattoo on heat, don't melt my game. Most Esper streets, they all know my name. Waddle, the real boss with the wings. Let me talk to y'all real quick.
I'm that blue skin dealer with the busted grill. Floating through the market with the iron wheel. Junkyard king with a crooked smile. Got a slave or a speeder for every mile. Ain't no credits, I take Republic chips. Or maybe your freedom with a flip of my lips. I don't play fair, I don't play nice. But I run Mozeppa like a roll of dice.
He got wings like an angel, heart like a crook. Selling dreams in the shade with that hustler look. Watto's world, where the deals get done. A boss in the sand under twin suns.
Got a boy named Anakin, building pods for speed. He don't know it yet, but I'm planting seeds. The Jedi came through trying to test my vibe, but I ain't weak-minded, I survive. From spare parts to shady trades, from Jawas crying to them Tuscan raids. If you owe me, I remember your face. I'll find you in the stars or a hyperspace.
He got wings like an angel, heart like a crook. Selling dreams in the shade with that hustler look. Watto's world, where the deals get done. A boss in the sand.
screaming on Tatooine, I run the game. Yeah. Don't matter if you Jedi, Sith, or scum. You come through Mos Espa. You pay Watto, or you run.
We fly through the stars, a shadow in the dark. The hum of the engines, the Death Star's mark. A weapon of power, a world to erase. It's the Empire's grip, no mercy, no grace. The sky turns red, the laser ignites. We're just a spark in the depths of the night. The galaxy quakes, the echoes they hear. A reckoning comes, we all feel the fear. In the silence before the blast, the fate of a world sealed, it won't last. We are the storm, we are the flame. 1,000 voices calling out a name. Blow it up, watch it burn. A symbol of power, it's our turn. One shot, one life, and we're gone. The Death Star's heart is cold and strong, strong. Tarkin's orders, Vader's gaze. A darkened empire, we drift through the haze. The rebels are fighting, but they'll never win. The Empire rises, the end will begin. The galaxy trembles, the star is reborn. But in its shadow, the truth is torn. In the final moment, the trigger is pulled. A flash of light, the rebellion's fuel. In the silence before the blast, the fate of a world sealed, it won't last. We are the storm, we are the flame. 1,000 voices calling out a name. Blow it up, watch it burn. A symbol of power, it's our turn. One shot, one life, and we're gone. The Death Star's heart is cold and strong, strong. Dust settles, will they remember? A spark in the dark, the coldest ember. What's left to fight for, what's left to lose? In the shadows of the Death Star we choose. Blow it up, watch it burn. A symbol of power, it's our turn. One shot, one life, and we're gone. The Death Star's heart is cold and strong, strong. The echo fades, but we won't forget. A galaxy torn, a fate we can't regret. The Death Star's gone, but the war's not done. We rise again to the final sun. The echo fades, but we won't forget. A galaxy torn, a fate we can't regret. The Death Star's gone, but the war's not done. We rise again till the final sun.
Tenebrae was born on Medrias. He didn't cry, just stare through glass. Drained the planet just for kicks. Left no trace of force or tricks. Daddy gone and mama too. He took the throne at just age 2. Bow or die was his decree. decree, the first great Sith atrocity. He lived a dozen lives or more, through puppets, massive Sith decor. If evil's got a name, you bet he's the worst one you could get. He's the kind of ghost that never sleeps. The power Jedi fear so deep. He ain't Valkorian, 3 names, 1 sin. You knock him out, he grins and slips back in. Yeah, Tenebrae's got that itch to rule the stars and make them twitch. You think he's gone, you're just a glitch. The Tenebrae's got that itch. Zakul was just his final act. He wore a smile but still attacked. Jedi fell and Sith obeyed. He played both sides like it was charades. He fed on war, on fear, on loss, made every death a stepping cross. Even when his temples fall, the echoes creep through every hall. He's not a man, he's not a ghost. He's what the galaxy fears most. A legacy that won't forget. He's the one you never bet. He's the kind of ghost that never sleeps. Or the kind of power Jedi fear so deep. He ain't Valkorian, 3 names, 1 sin. When you knock him out, he grins and slips back in. Yeah, Tenebrae's got that itch to rule the stars and make them twitch. You think he's gone, you're just a glitch. Tenebrae's got that itch. He fed on death, he fed on fear. And if you listen close, he's still here. He's the kind of ghost that never sleeps. From the kind of power Jedi fear so deep. He ain't Valkorian, 3 names, 1 sin. You knock him out, he always slips back in. Tenebrae's got that itch. So rules the stars without a glitch. He said he turns, so you best not twitch. Tenebrae's got that itch.
Hello, what have we here?
All right, my scattered scrappers and hyperspace hitchhikers. We've reached the final block of the show. And for this last one, we're diving deep into the kind of tale that'd make a Jedi cry into their cloak. This is Mask and Memory, the legend of Revan, told through cinematic rock, Force ghosts, and feelings no amount of backdeck can heal. It's the rise, fall, redemption, and emotional overload of one of the most complex Force wielders the galaxy's ever known. And yes, there will be tears. Or oil leaks. I'm not judging. If this doesn't hit you right in your Kyber, your comlink might be broken. Let the final block begin. And may the Force cue the guitar solo.
Revan was power. It was like staring into the heart of the Force. Even then you could see the Jedi he would slay etched on his soul.
Faded light, I
was chosen young, a night with fire on my tongue. The stars were calling, I led the fight, till war made wrong feel just like right. The council said, obey, stay still, but I saw death on every hill. Took up the blade, took on the name, but every victory changed the game. I heard the whispers in the void, my name became what they destroyed, and in the dark I wore the crown until the light pulled me back down. I was revving, lost and found, built an empire, tore it down, masked my soul, but still I bled. A Jedi, a Sith, and love instead. I'm the shadow and the flame, 1,000 stars still scream my name. You can break me, you can bend me, but you'll never forget me. Mask and memory. Stella's voice inside my mind pulled me back piece at a time. The past was broken, but I stood, chose the right or what I could. The truth is jagged like a saber's edge, my sins still whisper from the ledge. Nights and ghosts and war-torn skies, the Force don't care who lives or dies. Thought the ones I used to lead tried to plant a different seed, but even peace can turn to war when you remember who you were before. I was revving, lost and found, built an empire, tore it down, masked my soul, but still I bled. A Jedi, a Sith, and love instead. I'm the shadow and the flame, 1,000 stars still scream my name. You can break me, you can bend me, but you'll never forget me. Mask and memory. I fell into the dark, thought it was light. I broke the galaxy to make it right. I wore the truth like a second skin, but who's to say where it begins? I am not your prophecy, I am both the lock and key. Not your savior, not your curse. I was revving for better, for worse. I was revving, lost and found, built an empire, tore it down, masked my soul, but still I bled. A Jedi, a Sith, and love instead. I'm the shadow and the flame, 1,000 stars still scream my name. You can break me, you can bend me, but you'll never forget me. Mask and memory. Mask and memory. Mask and memory. You'll never forget me.
I had a rebel. The old Jedi were great quick fights, and somehow still got a redemption arc.
Well, scruffy-looking listeners, we've reached the end of our signal. If you made it this far without ejecting into hyperspace, congratulations. You have excellent taste and maybe too much free time. Big thanks for tuning into KYBR 66.2, KyberFM, where the music's loud, the hosts are mostly malfunctioning, and the budget is held together by duct tape and hope. If you enjoyed the chaos, the vibes, or just came for the emotional trauma of Mask and Memory, smash that subscribe button like it's a malfunctioning mouse droid. Follow KyberForged on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, because someone has to document this madness, and it might as well be us. Until next time, stay hidden, stay loud, and remember, if your droid starts DJing, don't stop it.